What's up, Affordable Armory folks? How y'all doing? Today, I'm going to be doing a fun video where I talk about the Sig Sauer M17. And just for fun, and because I have one, we're going to compare it to the Beretta M9, do a little bit of old school versus new school. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click that subscribe button for me so you'll find out when future videos come out. Without further ado, let's head over to the workbench and we'll unbox the M17 and compare it to the Beretta. All right, so here's the case that it comes in. As you can see, it's a nice hard shell case, good hard textured plastic. It is lockable. You got two lock holes there. It's got these nice opening tabs that, as you'll see, they fold up and then they also flip out, and then you can open the box. So very, very nice case. It's got foam padding on the inside. Gun's not in here. I'll bring the gun in here in a second, but this is the bag that it came in. It did come with the chamber flag. Get a cool little M17 patch. So if you're into patches, you know, one more for your collection. Some more empty bags. This was the tag that was on the gun. And you get your standard Youth Handgun Safety Act notice. Sig Sauer thank you kind of thing. Oh yeah. So, congratulations on buying stuff, and now you can buy more stuff. I would never, ever, ever buy this display case. I have no purpose for it, and I don't know. I guess people are into displaying their guns. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. If that's something you're into, then by all means go for it. It's not for me. There's, you know, an ad for their ammo. They make their own ammo. And then you've got the P320 M17 M18 manual. So there is a compact version of this pistol. That's the M18. I have the full-size version with a safety. They make them with and without a safety. And then last but not least, you get this guy right here. This was wrapped around the grip of the gun. Just a little rubber band thing, but it says P320 M17 U.S. Army on it. Neato. Don't believe there's anything. Oh, yep, there's your lock. Okay, you get that with any gun that you purchase. So there you go. That's the unboxing. Oh, and the other thing that I didn't show you, because again, I've already taken this pistol out and shot it and stuff. It comes with this 17-round flush fit magazine. Very nice. But it also comes with 2 of these 21-round extended magazines. And that's freaking cool. I mean, yeah, that's rocking, man. I like it. I dig it. It's got texturing on there. And not that you need the extra grip. I mean, you can see my grip is all the way on there. But whatever. 21 rounds. That's pretty cool. And you get 2 of these plus the 17-rounder. All right, so let's start it off. This is a versus video. We're going to do the rundown. First up, as always, is price and affordability. Now, I got a super awesome deal on this gun. I'm a certified NRA instructor, and one of the perks of that is you get discounts through various companies, Crimson Trace, Safariland, and then a couple of gun companies actually allow you to purchase guns directly from them. So I didn't buy this from my local gun store. I actually bought it directly from Sig at a huge discount. So keep that in mind. What I paid for this is probably not what you're going to pay for it. I did look up the listings. The going price for these lately, the low end is $599, but I've seen them going for close to $1,000. Again, we're in this whole gun buying craze right now, so people are charging premium prices for guns, and that's you know, if you've decided on a very particular gun, you're probably going to pay for it. So just be wary of that. I have seen this for, like I said, just under $600, $599. But they can go for a lot more than that too. Now the Beretta, I bought this one used, and I want to say it was right around 400, maybe a little over 400. That again, for a used one. A brand new one's gonna probably run you 550 to 600 ish, and since I bought it used, it came with 4 of these. They're basically milsurp mags. It's 15 rounds, but they will take bigger magazines, which I guess we might as well move on to the next item, which is capacity. So as you just saw, 15 rounds, 17 rounds, 21 rounds. Now, if you've watched my Gerson Regard video, which is the Beretta clone knockoff Turkish pistol, it came with an 18 round magazine, and it works in this gun. So hypothetically speaking, you can increase the capacity of this without even adding an additional base plate or anything. And there are stick mags available for this that I don't know that I would ever buy or use one, but if you're into that, they do make the 30 round stick mags for these. But capacity, the Sig Sauer is going to win. Price, it's again roughly a tie based on if you get this used like I did, this is going to win, but price wise, it's roughly the same. So let's move on to accuracy, and I'll roll in the footage. I shot these side by side. I shot one and then I shot the other. So let's roll in that footage. You can watch it. Okay, so on the left here is the Beretta M9, and on the right here is the Sig Sauer M17. There's a clear winner here, if you couldn't tell. The grouping for the M17 is much, much nicer than the grouping for the M9, which, not that this is terrible, but I have a lot more flyers. The main grouping on the M9 is actually pretty good. But it's all the flyers, the random ones that I have to declare this one the winner. I have 1, 2, we'll call that 3 flyers on the M17, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus a second grouping over here outside of the main grouping. So I mean, clearly you have one solid group with a couple flyers versus basically 2 groups with several flyers. I'm going to go with the M17 is absolutely the winner as far as accuracy goes. And, you know, honestly, looking back to my days in the military shooting the M9, that's pretty much how I felt. I liked my striker-fired pistols better. I was always able to shoot them better. And it still shows to this day. I shoot striker-fired pistols better for whatever reason. Moving on to reliability. This is where things are going to get a little bit squirrely. So the Beretta has been in service for 30 years, over 30 years. Mid-80s, the military adopted this as their service pistol. I mean, they had it for that long. It's obviously proven reliable. No issues for me with this gun. The M17, however, is fairly new, and specifically the P320 series, which this is based off of, has seen a lot of issues. Most notably, the gun discharging without pressing the trigger. There was a voluntary upgrade issued by Sig. Some argue that they should have issued a recall, but regardless, they did a voluntary upgrade program to fix the drop safety issues with the P320 series of pistols, and then they stated that the military issued guns had already had that issue fixed. Now here recently, that's come up again. There's some lawsuits going on. I don't know all the details of all that, but my main point being, Beretta has been around for a long time. This is old reliable. P320 M17, new guy on the block. Kind of got to keep an eye on him, if you know what I mean. Like, hey, what's that guy doing over there? He's new here. I gotta watch him, kind of sort it out a little bit and make sure he's okay. Now, personally, I haven't had any issues with any of my P320s. Y'all have seen on the channel, I have a P320 compact. I have a P320 compact build. I have a P320 subcompact, and now I have this one. So if that says anything, you know, I'm fine with these pistols and have not had any issues. In fact, I sent one of my guns in for that voluntary upgrade, and everything after that has been post-upgrade. So I'm comfortable with this pistol as far as reliability. However, be wary that there are some known possible issues out there. Only time will tell. This one, time has told, it's good to go. All right, moving into ergonomics and feel. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you I like the feel of the P320 M17 much better. Again, I have several of these pistols. Of course, I do have a couple of Berettas, but I like these guns. I've carried my P320 compact. I probably won't carry this one, but I like the way they feel in my hand. The grip texturing is nice. It could be a little more aggressive, but it's enough that you notice it. This little thumb indention / finger groove indention on that side, very nice. I like the shape of the mag release, and it sticks out more than some others. A lot of them, they try to make it flush and then extend out, so you kind of roll your thumb over it. But this one, as you can see, it's extended beyond the grip frame, which I like. I like the rounded shape of these grips, and then because this is a modular gun, you can get different size grips. So there's, as you can see, this is the medium, but you can order, there's a large one, so it's a little bit wider. There's a small one, so it's a little bit thinner. And then, of course, there's a compact version, etc., etc. So the modularity of this pistol, I like the feel of it. You've got the rails on there, which the M9 doesn't. You've got the slide serrations are nice, very easy to grab a hold of. You've got night sights come standard on this pistol, and you can't even put night sights on this pistol if you wanted to. As you can see, that sight, that front sight is part of the gun, and that rear sight is also part of the gun. So you couldn't even change these sights out if you wanted to, whereas these are night sights from the factory, as well as you can take this off and mount a red dot. So if you want to, it's built for the Leopold Delta Point Pro or the Sig Sauer Romeo series of red dots. It's pretty nice. So ergonomics, I have to give this one the win. The Beretta, it's one, it's heavy because it's an all metal gun, but two, the grips have always just felt like wide in my hand. There's just wrapping around it, and then there's no thumb groove here, so that's part of why it feels really wide. You've got these lines here, which, you know, I guess help you kind of feel it, but that's pretty old school. That's kind of like what you would see on a lot of the GI style 1911s. And then of course you got your safety here, which I actually like this safety better than this safety here. I didn't really talk about that, but I'm personally not a fan of safeties on a striker fired pistol. at least manual external safeties. We can go into, that's a whole other video if we want to talk about the safety mechanisms that are inside the gun. But I personally I don't feel the need to have an external safety on a striker fired pistol. And this one is smaller. It does have a little ledge there, so you can thumb it down and thumb it up. It's just in the way. I don't like it. Whereas this one, it's actually kind of contrary. Most people complain they like the safety to be down here, or the decocker. But I guess because I trained so much with this pistol that I'm just used to doing that. I mean, that's super easy for me to reach my thumb up just like that. Again, that's a training thing. I just did it a bajillion times when I had one issued to me. Maybe that's what I got to do to get used to this too. Who knows? But ergonomics overall, aside from the safety, I got to give it to the Sig. Now, trigger press. So I've shot a lot of rounds through P320 series of pistols. Again, like I said, this is my fourth one. I really like the trigger on this. So you've got a little bit of take up, and then there's your break. And I have pretty much nailed down the feel of these. And right there's your reset, and then it clicks again. So I don't mind that. Some people might have an issue with that. It's kind of clicky, as you could tell just by listening to it. I mean, there you go. See, you hear that click. Some people like the audible click. You know, that's something that people talk about, like the M&P series. People who are trying to move over from Glocks are like, oh, but I can't hear the reset of the trigger. You know what? When I'm shooting, I'm not listening for the sound of the reset of the trigger. I'm sorry. It's just not something that I'm worried about. Now, the Beretta, being a double action, single action, is going to be a whole lot different. You're going to have a long, heavy trigger pull. There you go. And then it finally breaks. Now, on reset, you're in single action mode. So you've got that little bit of take up, and then nice clean break. Still kind of heavy, but not nearly as heavy as the double action. And personally, I just prefer the press of this trigger because it's the same every time. I don't have to worry about my first shot being different from all of my follow-up shots. And I like the way this one feels better, even though it's striker fired. This is a smooth trigger. It's just heavy. And again, two different trigger presses. That's a training issue, something you would have to get used to. I'm just going to go with this. It's easy. It's the same every time you press it. Nothing to worry about. So trigger press goes to the M17. Purpose of the pistols. This one for me, collector's item. You could carry it, obviously. I don't plan to ever, especially with not having night sights. I wouldn't recommend it as a home defense pistol either, because no night sights, no rail to mount a light. Just not ideal. It's big, it's bulky. It's outdated. And so purpose of this gun, collector's item, fun to shoot at the range. Just cool, like storyteller kind of gun. Now the M17, I'm thinking awesome home defense pistol. I mean, come on. You got night sights from the factory on the gun. You've got nice big rail here, so if you want to put a light on it, you can. You could put a red dot on there and go to work. I mean, this thing, yes, home defense pistol all day long. Range gun, absolutely. This thing is a blast to shoot. I can't say enough about how fun this thing is to shoot. It just looks cool because you got the peanut butter thing going on with the, two different colors of tan. I suppose you could concealed carry this if you want. It's a little big for that, for my taste. But if you're only going to get one pistol and you want to concealed carry it and use it for home defense, this is a way better option than the Beretta. I'll give you that. And it would take some getting used to trying to conceal this just because of the sheer size of it. But you can do it. I have done it. I've concealed full-size pistols before. So yeah, range gun, cool talking point gun because it's, you know, it says M17. Like, hey, this is the gun the military uses. Oh, that's cool, man. You know, just fun gun to take to the range and show people and enjoy shooting with your friends. And awesome gun for, you know, whatever defensive purpose you want to use it for. So there you go. Overall, I'm going to have to declare the M17 the new school guy the winner. Only concern I have is the reliability issue that we kind of talked about, but I think time will tell on that, and I think it's going to be all right. So there you have it. There's my review of the Sig Sauer M17. I highly recommend this gun. If you can get your hands on one, go ahead and buy one. That's all I have to say. So again, if this is your first time here, go ahead and click that subscribe button so you'll find out when future videos come out. As always, head over to affordable-armory.com. That's where the blog lives. That's where all of our social media links are. You can pick yourself up some merch like this cool hat right here. We've got t-shirts and hoodies and mugs and all sorts of stuff. And that's where all of our affiliate links are. So if you want to buy something that you were going to buy anyway, use my affiliate link, save yourself some money, contribute to the channel at the same time. It's a win-win. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.